Welcome back! For today's video I'm going to show you 3 methods to fold your leather jackets here. I'm going to show you one that's great for storage and then 2 that will work great for travel. So one thing I want to note before we start here with leather jacket is that it will crease up very easily. What we're going to do with this first fold is focus on finding a very crease resistant way to fold them up if you're going to store them at home. So this will be the simplest and most crease resistant method. What I'm going to do here first of all is that I'm going to zip up the leather jacket and close the buttons as well. And then I am going to turn it on its back with the back side facing up like this. And then we are simply going to fold the arms in and down like this on both sides. And from here we are going to fold it in half upwards. So up like this. And then again we are going to fold it over in half. Now make sure that you don't have any creases that may form as you fold it. Make sure that the neck area is nicely folded as well. And here you have the most crease resistant way that you can possibly fold your leather jacket. You can take a bonus step by not zippering it up as well. That will make the fold a little bit more tricky, but that will be even more crease resistant. So let me show you the method for traveling next. Again, zipper it up. You don't need to button it up if you have buttons on it. Again, I'm not going to close the clasp here. So from here what we're going to do is that I'm going to lift it up like this so that it folds down in half. And just lay it down. So now we have the top half facing up and the other top half facing down, and then the back side is folded inwards like this. From here I'm going to fold in the arms. Again, you want to make sure that you avoid any creases as you fold the leather jacket, as otherwise it's just going to look horrible as you start to use it. So once you have the first arm folded over nicely, you want to repeat the process and fold the other arm over that one as well, like this. Again, making sure that you avoid any creases wherever possible. From here, we're going to start rolling up the jacket from the bottom. So we're rolling it up from the bottom, again, making sure that we avoid any creases whenever possible. I mean, it's going to be rolled up, so you're not going to avoid all creases, but this is the best we can do for travel. So obviously the tighter you roll it, the more it will crease as well. Once you reach the top here, this is how I like to do it. I like to put some gentle band over it. Don't just use a regular rubber band, as that may rub on your leather over time. But if you have no other option, placing some paper, even toilet paper around it first, and then putting your elastic over it will work fine. If you have a good band, that's better. So what I like to do, since I have these clasps on mine, is that I just use the clasps to secure it in place. So I take one clasp on one side, and one clasp on the other side, this, pull it through, and then tighten it up like this. And that's perfect for your bag or at the back of your bike or wherever you are storing it. So moving on here, I want to show you one more method in case you don't have one of these clasps on it and you want to travel with it. Just keep in mind that this method that I'm about to show you, it is not as crease resistant as the previous 2 methods that I've showed you, but I mean, it's a good alternative if you really need to save some space with your leather jacket. Again, I'm going to start by placing it with the front side facing up here. And I'm going to close the leather jackets about 2/3 of the length up. I'd say it's good. Don't close the buttons. Again, if you have buttons, 2/3 is good. So from here, what we're going to do is that we're going to turn it on its back like this. And then from here, we're going to fold the arms in first. So I'm folding it in a cross like this. This is very important. Then from here, we're going to fold the jacket in thirds. So I'm folding 1/3 first, like this. Again, making sure that we avoid any creases wherever possible. And then repeat the process on the other side as well. Stretching it out nicely as we move along here. From here, I'm going to split the leather jacket again into 3 parts, but this time from top to bottom. And I'm going to fold it up 1/3 of the way from the bottom. This. Maybe want to press it down slightly. And then fold it over one more time like this. And again, may want to press it down a little here. If you want to avoid some wrinkles that will form as you do this, because wrinkles will form if you do this, try to place some paper between the folds. That will help. Anyway, once we made it to here, turn it around so that you have the front facing up. And here comes the fun part and the slightly tricky one. We're going to wrap this part inside out. So this is the part with the zipper open. So you wrap it inside out on both sides like this, and then we turn it back around. And then from here, we are going to close the zipper up. So what is tricky about this part is that you can't really pull the zipper over the fold here. So you need to zip it up before the fold. Push the fold forward so you can zip up that part. Once you made it through that part that was folded, you can kind of push it forward as well so that you get past the fold on the other end, like this. And then just zipper it up the rest of the way. And this is not just zipper it off. This is kind of a hassle. That's why I generally try to use the other way whenever possible. Also, it is less, it's gonna crease your jacket up way less. So just pushing it in here and zippering it up all the way. Like that. So from here you can kind of adjust it, stretch it out a little bit in the corners, like this. Ta-da! And there you have it, beautifully and super tightly folded together. Again, I recommend the previous fold if you can do it, and the first fold is great for storage. If you want the cheat sheet with how to fold your clothes, go to organizing.tv/free and you can download it there. Otherwise, I recommend that you check out this video next. It will teach you step by step how to organize your entire wardrobe. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you over there.